Hey guys, Shawn McAnalley here with Dr. John Hall, Barbie McAnalley, and Dr. Bill McAnalley. This is an edition of For the Health of It. We're going to talk about your skin and the importance of treating the skin from the inside out. Most people think that you put something on the skin to treat it. Well, you know, when your paint fades on your car, you can wax it, it looks better. The paint's still faded. So the thing about this is Dr. Bill and all his genius research has come up with things that have been shown in studies, things that have been shown in cultures, things that some people may call wives' tales. He looked at all this stuff, you know, to see what people say, and he came up with some great stuff. There's lots of research to back it. But what he did is he developed a product for the skin that treats the skin from the inside out as it grows. Our skin, when we're born, it flips over about every 28 days, they say. You know, you get new skin cells and whatnot. And as we age, our skin slows down that process. And I mean, for great reason, you can see when you're young, your skin's pretty thick and tough. And then the older you get, your skin gets a little thinner and a little easier to nick. You know, you may bump it on a table and it look like you've been in a car accident. But, I mean, that's just part of life. But what Dr. Bill's done is he's found things that really support the body into repairing itself in such a great way that your skin actually can appear more youthful, you know, quite possibly based on these studies by taking this stuff. And actually, you know, it appears that way because it kind of is more youthful. So that's a great thing. You know, it's a new thing because people don't think that way. You know, I mean, really, if you think about it, you put oil on your skin, it looks pretty good, but your skin looks oily. So, you know, we have chemists that work really, really hard to make oil, make your skin look like you have oil on it, but not look oily. That's what lotion is. It's pretty neat. But it works well, you know, and you do need that. You need to have a barrier of moisture or a barrier of oil so that you can retain the moisture in your skin, because it does help your skin. Don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking that. But your skin starts on the inside. Giving it the nutrients it needs is what it's all about. Dr. Bill's going to go over why he put the nutrients in that he put in and how they work as studies show. And, you know, he's got his own secret ratio of doing that based off studies, how much he's going to put in there. You know, that's kind of one of the things I've told you before. You know, we can't give away our secret formula. Well, my goodness, that'd be terrible. You know, somebody else might take too much credit for Dr. Bill's hard work. Anyways, guys, we're here to help you. We hope that this benefits you. Please stick in here for a minute. This may be a little lengthy, but it's very, very important. So without further ado, Dr. Bill, tell us about this product.
Thank you. That's a great introduction. You know, the problem is all these different products that you put on your skin topically, they hold moisture in. A lot of them have added protein. And the protein does two things. One, the foreign protein is looked upon kind of like getting any foreign substance on your skin, and it can produce mild inflammation, which is swelling of the skin, and that causes the wrinkles to go away for a few hours, and then they come back. And then in a few weeks or months, you become allergic to that protein and you can't use that cosmetic anymore. I can't tell you how many times. My mother was a beautician, had a beauty shop, and women would say, oh, that new, I use that new cream, and it helped my wrinkles, and now I'm allergic to it. So they get a new protein that they're not over. So one of two things happen. Either you become too allergic and you can't use it, or you become tolerant and it no longer works. So that's why these topical products that reduce wrinkles for a few hours, you know, it's great for the dance that night or your special date, but it's not permanent.
When they wake up in the morning, they'll be scared.
You hear Barbie said, you know, when they wake up in the morning, it scares them.
I'm thinking, that's not the same person.
Right. Oh, goodness.
So anyway, there are a lot of ingredients that have been used for hundreds, thousands of years. And they noticed that people who ate this food looked young longer. people who went off and came back and said, oh, well, Uncle so-and-so, he hadn't even aged at all.
Mm-hmm.
And so they attributed these different foods, and then they say, oh, he's just got better genes, But now we have scientific proof. And that's what I've been watching. I've been keeping a list of all of these foods that have been reported to help aging and look for PubMed articles.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now all of what I'm going to talk about is in PubMed. And PubMed, is sponsored by the NIH, and it's maintained at the National Library of Medicine, and they don't put anything in there that they don't consider to be good science.
Mm-hmm.
If it falls out of favor, they take it out. So that's why I just go to PubMed, and you can talk about this because these are peer-reviewed articles, and we have several on these ingredients. We have several different studies that are now coming out. And we had to wait until they developed the techniques to analyze these effects, like telomeres. You hear a lot about telomeres, and if people stay young longer, then it should activate telomerase. And sure enough, these products do.
Wow.
These foods. Now we have scientific proof that they do what they say they do.
That's awesome.
So amla actually generates more mitochondria. And if you got more mitochondria, you got more energy. And if you have more energy in your cells, one of the side effects is it has been shown to reduce macular degeneration.
Wow.
So, and not only will you look better, you can see that you look better.
That's great.
That's important.
Very important.
And there's studies that show it enhances the growth of keratinocytes. And that's what you would expect if you got more energy.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, some of these I'm going to talk about later also produce more blood vessels to take that energy to those cells. So it helps prevent radiation damage.
Well, and you mentioned enhanced growth of keratinocytes.
Yes.
So those that don't know what those are, what does that do?
Well, the keratinocytes, that's your layer of skin you see.
Gotcha.
So if you've got healthier, new, fresh, top layer of skin, you'll look younger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And these products support that internally.
Good,
You
good.
can't support that externally because these ingredients wouldn't get through the skin unless you had a hole in the skin.
Right.
And then that's not the same thing.
Yeah.
And next to amla, we have Gotu Cola, which has been shown in countries that they've used this to be synergistic. That they, 1 and 1 doesn't make 2, but it makes a lot more.
Dr. Hall, how many is it now?
9, I think.
9? 9. 1 and 1 is 9.
So
now.
anyway, you're saying that it's synergistic with the animal,
With the
right?
amla.
With amla, yeah.
With the
The
amla.
first 2 ingredients. And of course, by law, we have to put our ingredients in order of their concentration. So
Mhm.
the first 2 ingredients in there are synergistic, and Gotu Cola has been used for centuries to treat skin conditions like leprosy,
Wow.
lupus, eczema, psoriasis, and just any general skin condition.
Mm-hmm.
So if it can help those conditions, then it's definitely helping your skin. It accelerates the rate at which the new skins are added, and it helps make the adhesion of skins stronger so the skins won't come apart. And those are disulfide bonds that hold cell to cell.
So theoretically, if the adhesion was better, it wouldn't tear as easy.
That's right. And it helps promote the formation of collagen. So that's the other main. As you get older, your skin has less collagen. About every 10 years, you have 10% less collagen than you did 10 years earlier.
Hmm.
And what we want to do is keep that collagen in there.
Mhm.
And that should make you look younger. So these products, again, like I said, have been reported to make people look younger, but now we have proof
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're working, this product works from the inside out. It, the next ingredient is mangosteen, and it helps reduce the deficiency of glycosylation, joining some of those cells together. It's another important part. It's been used to treat atopic dermatitis, and it prevents itching, and it's effective in reducing aging and helping the appearance of skin. So historically, and of course, if you can make more collagen, it's going to make it look better. So now we have proof. Milk thistle. Okay, milk thistle does a lot of things, and one of the things we don't want is we don't want to have beautiful skin, then cancer pop in it. And this is able to remove those cancer cells with apoptosis. And remember, that's not treating cancer. This food naturally does that if you eat the right food. And the fact the foods we eat now are nearly all energy, because when we developed the foods, we thought you need fats, carbohydrates, and proteins. We didn't know about apoptosis. I'm not talking about we, I'm talking about all the scientists didn't know. So we eat foods that really don't help kill those pre-cancer cells, those first cells that start out. And you don't have cancer until they multiply beyond control. So we're not treating cancer, we're just doing what food naturally does and removes the first cell before it can multiply and develop.
Well, you know, I don't mean to interrupt, but that brings me to something too, that if you think about, you know, all of our foods are, like you said, you know, we thought, oh, well, you just need your macros, your protein, your carbs, your fats. Well, you think about it, like he said here, this last ingredient he talked about, it stimulates collagen. Guys, collagen is actually a very poor protein. If you read a bag of pork rinds, it says protein is an incomplete source of protein, even though it has 7 grams. Well, that's the skin of a pig. Okay? So when we get our protein, which collagen is made up of amino acids, so is protein. So we eat this protein, and our body, it takes it down to the amino acid level. And then from there, our body has to know to build collagen out of those amino acids. And stuff like this, like Dr. Bill's talking about, gives our body and those pathways we always talk about the know-how to use those amino acids from that protein to stimulate that collagen growth. I hope that kind of makes sense, because a lot of people think, oh, I'll just eat a bunch of skin, it'll make my skin look better. No, your body doesn't know what to do with those amino acids whenever you don't have all these other nutrients that our foods are missing. I hope that makes sense. Go ahead, Dr. Bill.
Now, gum tragacanth was described by Theophrastus centuries before Christ. He was one of the earlier medical doctors, or that's how we would describe him. And he talked about the benefits of it. So it's been used way before Christ, as far back as recorded history. And it's the gum coming from the tragacanth tree. And gum from trees has been called manna, and that's what manna is. Manna is a free gift of God. And I've got a book on that. We'll have to talk about it sometime.
Cool.
But Christ Church in Oxford, England, a professor there has written all about manna and wrote a book on manna. And manna is a free gift of God, because like even here, whenever it's real dry and the mesquite trees, you know, they put out a lot of sap when it's dry. They should do it when it's wet, you would think. But so that's providing food for animals and people, and that's true across the world. When it's really dry, you get a lot more sap. And the sap, they have one of the best stories I like in Australia. A Boy Scout troop got lost, and they lived off of sap for 6 months before they were found with the leader. And people in Africa have been known to live off of it for a year, or 2 years. So it's really the blood of the plant dried. I always thought that's interesting. God provided the blood of the plant to save their bodies, and Christ's blood to save their soul.
Yeah.
So it's it's interesting.
That's right.
But people it's been shown to delay the formation of deep lines and wrinkles. So it has an anti-aging effect. In women who were weak after delivery, they feed them cookies made out of it because it's kind of sweet. And they recover fast, get their strength back, and they make milk a lot faster. In fact, they've got studies where they make twice as much milk.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So that's good. And of course that means you have to be healthier. And it helps with the common cold. It's been shown to reduce cancer by taking it. So those are the 5 ingredients. They all have PubMed proof for their effectiveness. So it helps from the inside out. And even the top layer of the skin is healthier and you have more blood. So we've got more mitochondria to produce energy, more blood to take the energy, accelerating the production of the keratinocytes. We accelerate collagen production and elastin. So it does everything you would like it to do from the inside out.
Wow.
So that's it.
Well, thanks, Dr. Bill. And guys, it's amazing, but when you sit here and think about this, I know, and Barbie can second this, you know, I don't know that she's ever done actually neonatal stuff, but I know she's been a nurse for a long time, and correct me if I'm wrong, Barbie, but you hear a lot of times that a lot of ladies have trouble breastfeeding because they don't make enough milk.
100%.
Yeah, for their babies. And I mean, what another benefit of the skincare support, you know, could quite possibly, isn't that a big problem? I mean,
Huge problem.
yeah, you know, and I've heard that, and you know, I heard somehow, I think a card told me that. I'm a mechanic and I heard that. So I don't know how that worked out, but you know, I know that's a problem. You know,
Well, the
so,
side effect is their breasts get bigger. Because if you're going to make more milk, you're going to have bigger breasts.
yeah. Well, and then,
And probably it's because you're now healthier from the inside.
right.
So,
Well, the thing is, this product helps make the skin healthier. And that's important in and of itself, but healthy skin is more attractive skin too, so.
That's true.
It makes it look prettier too, so.
Sure. I mean, and there's other benefits underlying here, it looks like, guys. Guys, you got anything else you want to add?
I think we've covered it.
All right, good deal. Guys, thank you so much for watching this. I hope that it brought value to you and you can see how it can benefit you in your life and your loved ones. Till next time, this is for the health of it.